tonight to update a New York law meant to protect children from predators after a sex offender is arrested again in Westchester County. Lawmakers say the law needs to catch up to social media. TV 1055's Lou Young met the suspect shortly after his release from prison nearly 6 years ago.
When I met David Omocht in November of 2011 at his parents' Katonah home, he insisted he was no threat. The convicted sex offender told me his impulses no longer ruled him.
You think you can control this?
Yeah. I did a lot of stuff inside. I did a lot of work inside, did treatment programs. Worked with New York State Office of Mental Health for 9 years.
The neighbors weren't so sure back then, and they were apparently right. Robert Castelli is a criminal justice professor familiar with the case.
After he got off his 5 years of supervised post-release probation and supervision, he immediately went back and started to engage in some of these actions.
Omocht is now in federal custody for trading sexually explicit messages and images with a 14-year-old girl in North Carolina. State Senator Terrence Murphy says the case underlines the need to expand Megan's Law, not only forcing sex offenders to register, but banning level 1 and 2 offenders from social media like Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram. He's angry.
It makes me throw up. It makes me sick. And this is the reason, all the more reason why we have to make sure that this gets passed. And I don't want to hear it from any of the assembly members saying, oh, this is something, so, you know, this is a common sense. This is protecting our kids.
The idea is getting a warm reception in the Katonah, Bedford Hills area.
I think it's good. It's a good idea to just, ban them.
And they keep making the same offense over and over again. You got to do something else about it. You just can't just let it go.
20 years ago, when Megan's Law was passed, the concern was about proximity of sex offenders to potential victims. Now it's all about the internet. And banning these folks from social media, some say, is the equivalent of telling a violent felon they can't own a gun. Everybody admits, though, it would be difficult to enforce.
It's easier to probably catch the convicted felon with the gun than it is, trying to get them when they're on an Instagram or a Facebook or something like that.
Investigators say David Omocht trolled social media using the handle DannyW290. They're looking for additional victims. We're in Katonah, Westchester County. Lou Young, TV 1055.